people come in. Hello, hi Portia. Hello, thank you so much for joining. I'm just gonna give a very quick scope today. Hello. So awesome to see people that you know when you come on to Scope. Hello, Ed O'Can. Hello, Bill. Thank you so much for joining. I just have a quick scope today. This is one of my in the trenches. I felt called to share it. Hi, Maribel. Thanks for joining. Hi, Getty Andrew. Thanks for joining. Hello, for those of you that are new, my name is Brooke-Sidney, and my business is called Bella and the Babe, and it's all about empowering authentic motherhood. And I usually scope a lot about parenting, mothering, empowering authentic mothering, obviously, with parenting tips, motherhood tips, Tradle, ITM. I think you're asking if I am a doula. I am a doula for mothers. I'm not a doula for babies, but I'm not a doula in the formal sense. So anyway, I want to get started. Today, I want to talk about something that I think is very important. Hello from Japan. Hi, thanks for joining. So my son and I actually just got back from meeting with our pediatrician. We had one of his, when they're small, they have scheduled visits every so often, every so months. And it took me a while to actually find my pediatrician because I had a very strict list of criteria that I wanted. So a little bit as a background is I had my son in San Francisco and we have moved back to Los Angeles. And it took me quite a while to find what I consider the perfect pediatrician or the best pediatrician for me and my family. And by that I mean for me, I wanted a more holistic pediatrician. I wanted someone that was open to consulting and not just telling me as a parent what to do. I wanted someone that was going to be a great listener. I wanted someone who was going to preferably be alternative medicines, exactly Tradle TM. You said alternative medicines, exactly, or no medicines at all, meaning alternative therapies. My pediatrician in Northern California was amazing. She was trained in Eastern and Western medicine. She knew of different types of natural remedies and was very open to my questions, and especially when it came to vaccinations. I don't want to get into a whole vaccinations discussion, but I always ask questions. And I do my own research. And I think that you have to find a pediatrician, just as if you're hiring a lawyer or if you're hiring an accountant or whomever, that you have a great rapport with and that you feel good going to. Tradle TM says that's the best way. So yes, it totally is. And I know too many mother friends who cringe at the thought of going to see their pediatrician. They actually get nervous about going to see them, and they even hide aspects of what's going on in their lives that relate to their children. For example, some mothers don't want to share with their pediatricians, maybe if they're doing extended breastfeeding. This may, poor guys out there, but if you're a dad, then you know. Some mothers don't want to share if their child is not sleeping through the night, which may or may not be the case. The important thing, though, here is I believe that you should have a pediatrician that you trust. This is someone essentially that's supposed to be on your team. And I think that it's so important for mothers to really stand up for what they're looking for in a pediatrician. It took me a while. We have been back here we've been back in Los Angeles area for almost 5 months. It took me 5 months, but I'm not going to settle, which is one of the points I was going to talk to you about. So the first thing when you're looking for a pediatrician or anyone that's supposed to help or serve your family, remember, you're hiring their services, okay? You're hiring their services. So you want to, Tradle TM says, love this topic. Thank you. Thank you so much for the hearts. You're hiring them, you want them to be a good fit for you. So first of all, you need to know what you're looking for. And that could be everything from someone who, is not overbooked. someone who has a separate area for sick kids and well kids. It could be whatever criteria you are looking for, but you need to know what that is. You need to take some time and figure that out. You need to pray about it. You need to meditate about it. You need to write these things down. Hi, all these people. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about how you pick your pediatrician and how do you go about this whole process. And hi, hello, Perpetual California. Hello, Mr. Resource Mogul. Thank you so much for joining. So again, you want to set out your criteria. And I want you to be okay with having criteria that doesn't look like your best friends, okay? Be okay with having criteria that speaks to you and your family and what you need. Thanks for supporting my scope, of course. So make up your criteria, have a list, and then you go about the normal ways of looking for a pediatrician. Whether if you have insurance, you might want to start looking up people, start calling around. There are ways that you can. Mr. Resource Mogul said we had a criteria. We picked our pediatrician. Yes, Mr. Resource Mogul, you should. Congratulations. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. And then he says, then we interviewed them. Exactly. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. I just was, Mr. Resource Mogul, I was just talking about how so many people kind of end up with a pediatrician haphazardly, or they go with my son, or they go with someone that maybe their friend recommended, and sometimes that person is not the best pediatrician for them. It could be the best pediatrician for their friend, their aunt, their sister, but your family and you might have different needs. It really hurts my heart when I hear other mothers going to pediatricians and feeling like they have to censor themselves and not talk about things that because they might get a lecture, or because their pediatrician doesn't really listen, or because their pediatrician is in a rush. I really, really encourage other mamas to get clear on the criteria that they have. Recommendations are good. Oh yeah, definitely, but you still need to interview them. Totally, totally. Portia says this is so good and needed. Yes. No, Mr. Resource Mogul, I am totally with you. You definitely want to get recommendations, and you definitely want to meet with them, and you don't have to hire them after you interview with them, or you could go to one doctor visit and decide you don't like them, and guess what? You can make a new choice and go find another one. I know in San Francisco it was it was almost as if you needed to have your pediatrician picked out while your baby was still in utero, and that often a lot of pediatricians wouldn't take older babies, right? Like, after they've been around for a year. It doesn't matter. You will find the pediatrician that you need if you look for it, if you are diligent, and then second key point is don't settle. So as with anyone that you would want to bring on your staff, anyone that you would want to work with, anyone that you have to depend on for their expertise, you don't want to settle. You want to find someone that resonates with you, someone that you feel completely comfortable with, and someone that you feel like you can build a relationship with, especially when it relates to your child. Oh my goodness. So I just really felt, I felt like I needed to say something today. I felt like I hear too many mom friends that don't like their pediatricians, and I'm telling you, they're scared to talk to them about everything as it relates to sleeping and eating and speech even, or, they're scared to talk about breastfeeding, all of these issues which are so important that you feel comfortable discussing. So again, mothers, use your intuition, pray about it, meditate, get your criteria straight. Get your criteria straight for the things that you want. Go find recommendations, then do interviews, meet with them, but don't be afraid to make a new decision. If you have a pediatrician right now, I don't care if your child is 5, 10 years old, if that person is not serving you, find a new one. There are plenty of them out there. So I just really wanted to give you all a really quick scope. I wanted to encourage you to have the best person on your staff, because you know what? They work with you and for you. To help you have the healthiest family that you can possibly have. So, does anyone have any questions? Has anyone had any great pediatrician experiences? I know that I have now had 2 good ones. Thank you so much for all that are still joining. Hi, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Brooke-Sidney, and my company is Bella and the Babe, and it's all about empowering authentic motherhood, and I do that with resources, tips, courses and webinars. I'm starting some new courses and webinars soon, so you'll hear all about those. But I really felt like I needed to talk about this today, and I am teaching from the trenches. This is not something that I'm doing on theory. This is something that I've gone through. And this is something that I'm hearing about from my mother friends. So I know that moms are out there dealing with this, and it's something we don't have to deal with. We don't have to deal with. We're the buyer. So anyway, have an awesome, awesome Tuesday. I really enjoyed talking with you. Check out belleandthebabe.com, and I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Can you say bye? Bye. Bye.